Welcome, one and all, to this presentation of our article titled Dignity in Every Meal, a Social Justice Approach to Reforming Public Education Systems in India. This article is authored by me, Dr. Justin Joy, Dr. Helen Josephine, and Dr. Shibu Kemani. And the major thrust of this article is shown through the keywords. It's social justice, community engagement, transparency, visibility, and education reform. Now, let me start with an introduction of this article. And in India, the intersection of education and social justice remains a critical domain for policy and practice. And this is especially true concerning children from historically marginalized communities called the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in India. Now, it's true that access to schools have expanded through constitutional mandates and large-scale programs, but disparities in the quality of education and the lived school experience still persist. So this article has the objective to demonstrate how strategic transparency combined with innovative yet low-tech use of digital technologies contributed to enhancing the delivery of midday meals in government residential schools in Karnataka, India. And now to just give a view of the legal and institutional framework, the government of India's midday meal scheme is governed by the 2015 midday meals rules mandate, which mandates nutritional benchmarks for children aged 6 to 14 while they attend school. Now, we try through this article to highlight that transparency and community trust building are essential components of effective governance and social cohesion. Now, let me explain the research setting a little bit. The research setting is the Karnataka Residential Educational Institution Society that has around 900 fully residential schools in the state of Karnataka, India, primarily catering to this scheduled caste and scheduled tribe students. And on paper, they function efficiently with meals, lodging, and education provided. But these schools operate in relative isolation. So while basic standards are met, the absence of public visibility and participatory oversight, fostered detachment and muted accountability. So it was a system that worked, but it was invisible, it was bureaucratic, and it was emotionally sterile. So even if parents do want to visit the schools and see how it functions, there are restrictions which has resulted in so many bureaucratic hurdles as well as emotionally sterile environments, which we thought is a good place to start for our participatory research. So the methodology that we have employed is a qualitative, practice-based research design grounded in digital ethnography and visual content analysis to examine the role of low-tech transparency in reshaping institutional behavior within government residential schools. The data corpus is primarily composed of publicly available Twitter or X posts shared by over 800 Karnataka Residential Education Institution Society schools as part of an administrative intervention aimed at improving midday meal delivery, institutional pride, and community trust. So the initiative that we kind of encouraged schools to take is to ask the schools to share in low-tech platforms like WhatsApp group, the Twitter or the X, these 4 pictures. Okay, so pictures of the dates menu chart, the food menu chart, a close-up of the food plate, photo of children eating, the kitchen workspace, So this initiative did not require any new app to be built. There was no additional budget that was required, no extra staff that was required. But then it led to what is called light decentralized visibility. Now, in the analytical framework, we did visual content analysis. We also studied the text and the behavioral analysis of tweets that were made by the schools. And we also had an observational component where we saw how the administration, when they go and visit, does document the changes that has happened. Now, this initiative helped to rephrase how it was monitored. Okay, so we have titled this from surveillance to visibility. So surveillance has a negative connotation to it, and visibility, we believe, has a positive connotation to it, whereby there is a pride in making things visible, the things that they have initiated at schools. So what are the findings? What are the observations? The observations are that visibility fosters dignity. Okay, as schools make their initiatives more visible, it gives them a pride of work, which helps them, present things in a dignified manner. The work they do, they want to showcase it in a dignified manner, and for which low-tech schools, low-tech tools, which had a very high impact, um, were found to be very effective. This also led to what is called community trust being built and a lot of external engagement through the tweets and the expos. And then one of the unintended observation was that there were a lot of feedbacks that came from people who were constantly monitoring now the tweets that the school was posting. Okay, and there was a lot of external feedback that did come back, which helped it to make things even better. And so one of the beautiful things was, this was a sustainable initiative which has been going on for nearly, 18 months. And the good thing is that there was no additional investment required for additional infrastructure. So as part of the discussion of this particular initiative, we kind of illustrates that this is a model for education systems to replicate. This is a low resource setting, and it emphasizes visibility over surveillance as a means of transformation. Rather than using complex top-down compliance mechanism, this initiative prioritized localized and meaningful representation and shows that such representation leads to better and more efficient outcomes. So with this, I finish my article presentation. I hope it was insightful. This is a small practice situation that we as researchers intervened as part of our ICE, a funded project by the Indian Council for Social Research. This does showcase that visibility can make a difference, and we believe that this is a model. As per the article, we have shown how it could be replicated across other institutions and in other settings where, if there is a way that you can make things more visible, things automatically improve. And there are a lot of people that are constantly providing feedback that helps, bring back a loop kind of feedback, which helps improves their environment. So thank you for listening to me. God bless. Thank you.